You're a Jedi.
Before we start today's video, check out our affiliate links in the description down below. These can make some great gifts with the holiday season just around the corner, or even a gift for yourself. It supports the channel at no extra cost of you. Thanks so much. May the force be with you, and enjoy the video.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are going to be discussing a brand new reveal and a brand new tease for the upcoming Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Of course, we're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from StarWarsNewsNet.com as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Skeleton Crew's Jude Law, one of the main actors for the upcoming show, has recently taken to hint at his character and how that character goes by multiple names, different personas essentially, giving individual praises to all of the episode directors as well. So coming off of that high from D23 last weekend, Skeleton Crew star Jude Law recently spoke to RottenTomatoesTV.com and revealed an interesting tidbit about his mysterious Jedi Force-sensitive character in Skeleton Crew. So far, known is very little about him beyond the fact that, well, he's a Force user, and the trailer yet really solidifies and confirms that even furthermore, now that we also finally have that out. So, when asked about who he's exactly playing, Jude Law had replied with this, in quote, "So I play a character called Jad. Well, that's one of his many names. He is someone that we meet and who is there to try and help them get back to their own home planet. And we never quite know whether he's trustworthy, whether he isn't trustworthy, whether he's with one side or another. You just never quite know. But ultimately, he is a part of the crew. Some want him a part of it, while others don't really want him to be a part of it. I can't give away too much. I'm gonna say he's full of contradictions though. I mean, that quote right there. Really, when you ask me, I really think that that is a massive implication and a massive reveal for what we're anticipating and expecting to see here with Skeleton Crew. And honestly, if for anything, it really opens up the doors, for one, to a lot of other possibilities and opportunities that they could, do with Skeleton Crew, do with the show, do with the character, and for another kind of what we would also be anticipating for Jude Law's Jad, or Force-sensitive Jedi character. I mean, his character is a little bit confusing because it's also difficult to tell if he actually goes by like a Jedi, like, yeah, I'm a Jedi, or if he's a gray Jedi, or even a Sith. And this tease, I think, opens that door to all of those possibilities and all of those opportunities that they could take the character. I also want to throw in this other theory or idea. I'll talk about it in more detail and in more depth, of maybe he's like a Green Goblin type essentially, or maybe Moon Knight from our Marvel fans out there, by which if you are a Marvel fan, we have our Marvel channel linked in the description down below. But for those of you that know those characters of Green Goblin or Moon Knight, essentially DID, like having this personality disorder where they're switching between different personas, is exactly what it is really, where they're going by one name and acting one way one moment, and the next they're switched and going by a different name and acting a totally different way, is another just kind of way that they'd be able to take it with Jude Law's character. Like, and it also has this whole other implication that he tells us about and reveals here, of that, like, the kids and the rest of the crew here that all the characters are going to be dealing with, they don't know if they're able to trust him, not trust him. Like, one moment he seems trustworthy and the other he just doesn't. So it also seems that his character is going to really kind of be like very mysterious throughout the entirety of the show as well, for a whole nother. That in itself, having Jude Law and his character just be mysterious and kind of also be going by different names and, off and on. Is he trustworthy? Is he not trustworthy? Some of the crew disagree with him and don't want him, around, don't want anything with this character, while others are kind of for it, of course. That in itself offers and opens his doors to all of these other conflicts, really, and with what they're able to do with Skeleton Crew. I think that in itself is going to separate, Skeleton Crew from so many other Disney Plus Star Wars shows. So while we knew the fact that, Jude Law's character was going to bring some kind of mystery to the show, I really wasn't anticipating for it to go to this level. The fact that he goes by multiple names, maybe even different personas, and Jude Law himself seems hesitant to really say that, too much about him, highlights just how much of an enigma, this character Jude is at the moment. Perhaps he's a Jedi, goes by a Jedi, as the trailer suggests, or perhaps he's just a con artist, or someone more sinister that we won't want to know until December. The series of Skeleton Crew also, of course, takes place in the era of The Mandalorian, that post-Return of the Jedi era, the Mandoverse, as Jude Law had also reiterated and discussed about, and also says that it will feature familiar people and familiar faces. The list of directors is quite expansive and filled with talent. Jude Law went through it and seemed over the moon about them all, saying that they're, in quote, John Watts, first of all, was the leader of the pack because it, was his show. Generous, fun, really kind of challenging in creating a real sense of jeopardy for the kids, so the kids really knew that this was serious stuff. David Lowery is in many ways like Peter Pan himself. I worked with him on Peter Pan and Wendy, and he brings this beautiful energy and magic. The Daniels are funny, anarchic, kind of left of the field, but their episode is really moving. It really quite surprised me. Bryce Dallas Howard is just a huge embrace collaborative. Lee Isaac Chung surprised me the most. I think that he had me laughing the most as well, which I wasn't necessarily expecting. And Jake Schneier, I think, is actually one of the best episodes. Really brilliant. I think that quote right there, really just an overall, in general, praise for all of these different creatives that have taken to work on Skeleton Crew. Of course, saying that they're all wonderful and all, have put in the work and all have a lot of talent going for them. And it was, such an opportunity to do work with all of these different, creatives, of course, here and what they're going to bring to a galaxy far, far away here. So overall here, honestly, some big reveals and even some bigger teases, I think, here with what we're anticipating to see Skeleton Crew. I think that this really turns the table. It turns everything upside down, kind of for what I'm anticipating with Skeleton Crew. I'm very much so looking forward to it. And maybe, just maybe, it won't have that complete kind of demographic of targeting just kids for it, let alone, and maybe it will have some of those more adult tones and themes for it as well, but I really wouldn't hold my breath on it. Even then, that's not a make or break it for me. Anyway, guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.